What defines a great leader? Is it their ability to navigate through challenges or their power to inspire transformative change? In the history of the United States, some presidents have reshaped the nation's trajectory, tackling crises, championing reforms, and redefining what it means to lead. Today, on SeeStew, we'll explore the top 10 U.S. presidents who forever changed America. Get ready for a journey through history that will leave you inspired and amazed. Number 10. George Washington, 1789 to 1797. George Washington wasn't just the first U.S. president. He was a unifying force who established the very foundation of American governance. His leadership during the Revolutionary War earned him the trust of a fledgling nation. As president, he set critical precedents, like stepping down after 2 terms, ensuring no leader could hold power indefinitely. Washington also emphasized neutrality in foreign affairs, urging the young nation to avoid entangling alliances. Under his leadership, the judiciary, executive departments, and financial systems were built. These decisions turned revolutionary ideals into a functioning democracy that endures to this day, cementing Washington's place as the bedrock of American history. Number 9. James Madison, 1809 to 1817. James Madison's influence began before his presidency, as he played a pivotal role in drafting the U.S. Constitution and Bill of Rights. Known as the father of the Constitution, Madison ensured that the framework of government balanced power and protected individual freedoms. During his presidency, Madison navigated the War of 1812, which solidified America's sovereignty and identity. Despite facing challenges, his leadership strengthened the sense of national unity. He also established the Second National Bank, laying the groundwork for America's economic system. Madison's legacy includes not only stabilizing the young nation, but also fostering its expansion and resilience during formative years. Number 8. Andrew Jackson, 1829 to 1837. Andrew Jackson revolutionized American democracy by empowering the common citizen. He dismantled the national bank, used his veto power assertively, and made the executive branch a more active and independent institution. Jackson expanded voting rights to more white men, reshaping the electorate and encouraging broader participation. However, his policies on Native American removal remain deeply controversial and a stark reminder of the human cost of expansionist ambitions. Despite this, his populist approach reshaped the presidency into a more dynamic, people-focused institution, championing the voice of the ordinary American in the political sphere. Number 7. Abraham Lincoln, 1861 to 1865. Abraham Lincoln's leadership during the Civil War preserved the Union and redefined America's values. By issuing the Emancipation Proclamation, he made the abolition of slavery a central goal, ensuring freedom became a core principle of the nation. His Gettysburg Address and vision of a government of the people, by the people, for the people, continue to resonate. Lincoln also navigated unprecedented challenges, including deep national divisions and the enormous toll of war. His tragic assassination cut his work short, but his enduring legacy as a symbol of unity, justice, and moral fortitude continues to inspire movements for equality and democracy. Number 6. Theodore Roosevelt, 1901 to 1909. Teddy Roosevelt was a president of action and vision. He championed reforms to curb the power of monopolies, protect workers, and conserve natural resources, creating national parks and forests that thrive to this day. Roosevelt's square deal policies focused on fairness, breaking up corporate trusts, and ensuring protections for laborers. His foreign policy mantra, "Speak softly and carry a big stick," showcased his assertive approach to diplomacy and military readiness. Roosevelt also elevated America's status as a global power, overseeing the construction of the Panama Canal and mediating international disputes. His dynamic leadership pushed America toward modernization and a stronger global influence. Number 5. Woodrow Wilson, 1913 to 1921. Woodrow Wilson's presidency bridged domestic progressivism and international leadership. At home, he championed women's suffrage, helped establish the Federal Reserve, and supported antitrust legislation to regulate big business. Internationally, Wilson led the nation through World War I, advocating for peace with his 14 points. His vision included the League of Nations, a precursor to the United Nations, aimed at fostering global diplomacy. Though his domestic and global policies had critics, Wilson's presidency expanded America's role on the world stage and laid the groundwork for a more interconnected international community. Number 4. Franklin D. Roosevelt, 1933 to 1945. Franklin D. Roosevelt's leadership during the Great Depression and World War II transformed the federal government's role in American life. His New Deal programs created jobs, stabilized the economy, and introduced lasting institutions like Social Security and unemployment insurance. During World War II, FDR's strategic alliances and leadership helped defeat the Axis powers and establish the United States as a global superpower. His unprecedented four-term presidency redefined the executive branch, setting a precedent for stronger presidential authority while inspiring confidence and resilience in times of hardship. Number 3. Lyndon B. Johnson, 1963 to 1969. Lyndon B. Johnson's vision for a great society led to transformative social programs that addressed poverty, inequality, and civil rights. His landmark legislation, including the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and the Voting Rights Act of 1965, dismantled systemic racial barriers and expanded protections for marginalized communities. Johnson's war on poverty introduced Medicare, Medicaid, and education reforms that improved millions of lives. Despite controversies over the Vietnam War, his domestic policies reshaped American society, making government a more active force in promoting social welfare and equity. Number 2. Ronald Reagan, 1981 to 1989. Ronald Reagan's presidency ushered in a conservative revolution that reshaped America's political and economic landscape. Through Reaganomics, he cut taxes, reduced regulations, and revived a stagnant economy. Reagan's Cold War strategy, including massive defense spending and assertive diplomacy, contributed to the collapse of the Soviet Union. His optimistic vision of America's potential revitalized the nation's spirit, promoting ideals of individual freedom, free markets, and strong national defense. Reagan's ability to communicate effectively made him a transformative leader who reshaped public perceptions of government and leadership. Number 1. Barack Obama, 2009 to 2017. Barack Obama's historic election as the first African-American president symbolized progress in a nation grappling with racial inequality. His signature achievement, the Affordable Care Act, expanded health care access to millions and addressed systemic gaps in coverage. Obama also guided the country through the Great Recession, championed renewable energy initiatives, and advocated for international cooperation. His eloquence, calm demeanor during crises, and ability to inspire hope made him a global icon of resilience and progress. Obama's presidency reflected a forward-looking vision, emphasizing inclusivity, sustainability, and a belief in the potential for change. These 10 presidents didn't just lead, they transformed America. From Washington's foundational wisdom to Obama's call for hope, their legacies continue to shape our nation. Who do you think had the biggest impact on America's history? Let us know in the comments. And before you go, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel SeeStew for more incredible stories that bring history to life. Thanks for watching.